The universe was cruel when she gave life to the Tantalus cluster. She cast our worlds to the void, far beyond the edge of the nearest galaxy, islanded in a sea of black. And for millennia, we have looked upward, seen infinity stretched out before us, and known that it was forever out of reach. For over 3 centuries, we have rapidly colonized and settled the worlds of Tantalus, often with little regard for the limited resources of our tiny star cluster. Too many years had passed when we finally realized the trap we had built for ourselves, and when we did, it was already far too late. The far-flung colonies of the Frontier Union had become completely reliant on the prosperous core worlds of the Centrum Assembly to escape starvation. And as both factions struggled to distribute our ever-dwindling resources, war became inevitable. Through 10 years of violence, humanity accelerated its fate. And once the war was over, we had fallen too far to recover. Across the many worlds of Tantalus, the human race waited for the inevitable. But something changed. A year after the war's end, a great cloud appeared in the night sky of every world in the cluster. My father, Dr. Sadavar Edric, was the first to study it. He found that it was a vast nebula, over 3,000 light-years away, hanging between Tantalus and the galactic rim. We were never certain what lay within, but we were certain of the fate that awaited us if we ignored it. It is the 45th of the summer solstice, 304 post-unification, and humanity stands on the razor's edge. The nebula is now within our reach, and the coming months will shape the future of billions. But the choices that will guide us to salvation or to annihilation will lie in the hands of very few.
These guys aren't taking a hint here.
Slavers don't tend to be the brightest lot.
Hard to starboard, Croft, and bring us around. Present minimal aspect.
You got it, Skip.
Meds, let's try them again.
You're on.
I say again, this is Captain Cassandra Farron of the privateer corvette Guinevere. You can't outrun us, and you've got nowhere to go. Heave to and prepare to be boarded.
Still no response.
They're still firing.
All right then, let's wake them up. Run out the coil gun.
Locked and loaded, Skip.
Don't hit anything too important. I'd rather not have to tow this thing into port.
Just a love tap. No problem. Ha ha ha! Clipped one of their radiators. And their weapons have overheated.
Nice shooting, Croft.
I aim to please. See what I did there? Like, aim?
Getting a signal. They're cutting engines. They struck their colors.
Woo! Chalk up another one for the Gwyn.
Good work, guys. Put us on a rendezvous, Burncroft. Let's relieve these scumbags of their ship and hand them over to the nearest security station.
Yeah, best dig out some spare food and blankets, in case they have any poor buggers in their brig.
Good call.
I'm on it.
Damn, Skip. That's 3 prize ships in a month. Just our luck that things pick up right before we're leaving.
Hopefully this one will at least pay back the ammo costs. What do you make of her?
Transponder says she's the Black Rabbit. 4 days out of some pirate hole on Valeria Cebus. Looks like an old Caspian G with some extra guns welded to it. Nice. We can probably get a decent enough price for her at auction.
Works for me. We'll take her into Stranger's Home on our way to Cardaeus. It's only 1 gate out of our way.
Sounds like a plan.
Alright, I'm going below. Keep me posted.
Hey, Skipper. This was the last one. At least for a long while.
Yeah. I suppose it was.
The Sojourn, Season 1, Episode 1, The Cold Divide, by Daniel Orrett. Starring Larissa Thompson as Captain Cassandra Farron, Emily Serdal as Director Elizabeth Onseley, Laura Faye Smith as Tamara Malari, and Ben Prendergast as Matthias Croft. Also featuring Stephen Trafford and Austin Light.
So what did we get for this one?
30% the stock price. Probably could have pushed for more, but we've got a steady client for a while, and the auction houses have it just as rough as everyone else these days.
Hey, that's not bad, though. Might be able to restock my medbay before the big jump.
We still patching ourselves up?
Well, Croft just finished fixing that heat sink, and last I heard he was making some breakfast.
Oh, God help us.
Hey, morning, Skip. Just in time for grub.
Matthias Croft, what have I told you about eating off the control panels?
Oh, come on, Cass. It's a change of scenery.
Fine. But please, no more egg-free ration-paste omelets. I know you're trying, but it really just doesn't...
No rations this time, Captain. Thought I'd break out something special for our last breakfast in Tantalus. Scrambled egg on toast with diced sausage. Please hold your applause.
Holy shit, where did you get that?
Present from some of those agriculture guys on Ferena. They were grateful after we quite literally saved their bacon in that warehouse raid.
I'm not going to ask how long you've had this and kept it a secret.
Damn. This is my kind of morning.
It's a step up from synthetic protein blocks.
They're not the protein blocks. I grew up on those things.
You know, they're saying if this all works out, then we should be back in a few months, just as soon as they set up a return gate. Maybe we can stop off on Mayalla's Rest sometime. You could check on your old clinic.
Place is probably burned down in a food riot by now. And anyway, I doubt I have too many fans back home.
Nah, I never saw the appeal of staying in the same place anyway.
Here's to that. A few quiet months charting a weird nebula, with all of our food and fuel paid for. Man, we should have been dashing explorers from the start.
I don't know, Skip. I'm hoping for at least a little excitement. Plus, maybe we'll save humanity while we're at it.
Yeah, maybe we can request payment in real food.
Oh, we should totally ask about that.
Looks like we're coming up on the drift gate.
Guinevere, this is gate control. Pattern reads minimal traffic. You are cleared for entry.
Roger that, drift gate control. Guinevere out. Brace for deceleration.
Wow, that's a lot of ships. Guess we're really doing this now.
Corvette Guinevere, this is Gatehouse Traffic Control. You are locked for approach pattern 4 Alpha, Bay 14. Vector is green.
Acknowledged, Gatehouse. Transferring to automatic.
Entering drift gravity environment, switching to VTOL.
Got it.
That doesn't look too friendly.
Guinevere, be advised, there's civil unrest around pad 14. Security units are en route. Acknowledge, over.
Copy that, Gatehouse. Just seen it ourselves. Holding at 40 meters.
Food riot. Probably hoping to steal from landing ships.
Check out all those banners. A lot of Union types down there.
I'll try to contain my surprise.
Looks like the feds have cleared out the pad.
Bringing her in.
Permits and registry, please.
Sure. Guinevere, 2709 HC. We're signed on for the expedition.
Captain Cassandra Farron, registered privateer.
That's me.
I have a note here from the expedition director citing special consideration for the defense adjutant position. Tactical advisor. You'll be receiving an additional payment contract on top of your current rate.
What? No, there must be some kind of mistake. I never applied for the position, and I've been out of the Navy for years.
Would you like me to convey a message, Mom? Mom?
No. That won't be necessary. I'll speak to her myself.
You okay?
Yeah, I'll be fine. I just gotta get this squared away. Where are you two headed?
Don't know about you, Meds, but I'm headed for the bar.
Works for me. Firewatch whiskey.
The same.
Ration cards, please. Hey, you're the crew of the Guinevere, right?
Ah, yeah, that's us. Can I help you?
Listen, I'll throw you a discount on your drinks if you introduce me to your captain.
Sorry, mate. I'm afraid you're not quite her type. Sure she appreciates the sentiment, though.
Anyway, I'm not sure how much use we'd get out of a discount. We'll be thousands of light years from here in a few hours' time.
Damn, you're headed off with the fleet. You guys are braver than me. Or crazier.
Still trying to figure out which.
So, what do you guys think is out there?
I'm holding out hope for something we can barbecue. There, I said it. Gotta be some extragalactic space cows out there, right?
No, seriously, I mean, a big cloud just suddenly appears in the sky 4 years ago? That's some weird shit. Like, how does that even happen? And how could there be food there after just 4 years?
Been there a lot longer than 4 years, mate. More like a few thousand. Just took a while for the light to reach Tantalus. From what they're saying, there could be planets with all kinds of plants and animals out there.
Plus, it's not like there's anywhere else to look, and they're paying us.
Hey, listen. Take a couple bottles for the road. They're on the house.
No need. You must be pretty short on stock as it is.
Oh, I am. But thanks to you guys, that's gonna change soon enough. Go on, take them. I insist.
Thanks. We appreciate it.
My pleasure.
So I heard what the skipper was saying back on the pad. Shame she's turning that job down. Bet it pays well.
You know Cass. She's come a long way since it happened, but I'm not sure she'll ever accept that kind of responsibility again. I think she's just happy taking a job where she doesn't have to get shot at.
That's rough. Here's to Tantalus. You're a giant dumpster fire, but you're our giant dumpster fire. See you again soon.
Fair winds.
Director Anselé.
My reputation precedes me. And you're Captain Cassandra Farron, if I'm not mistaken. Welcome to our little adventure.
Thank you, ma'am.
Oh, no. None of that. Call me Elizabeth, or Liz. Anything but ma'am. I'm about to have thousands of people calling me ma'am every day. I don't need it between us.
I was shocked to hear your father wouldn't be staying on to lead the expedition. Is he well?
Enjoying retirement on Firewatch. I wasn't expecting him to leave either, but spending 4 years building the biggest driftgate in history probably justifies a holiday.
Well, I'm glad the two of us have had the chance to meet before the jump. I was surprised you weren't with the command staff overseeing the fleet traffic.
No smoking on the command deck. Not to mention, I wasn't about to miss this. Wow. The first Wanderer platform colonized my homeworld. It's pretty exciting to think I'll spend the next few years living on one.
That engine module is bigger than most cruisers. I can't imagine the power behind that thing.
We've had to clear the approach lane just to make sure she doesn't torch anyone's ship with her drive plume.
60,000 people depending on you for leadership. You must be nervous.
Oh, not at all. If I was nervous, then you'd have every right to be nervous. And so would every one of those 60,000 people. But I'm not nervous. I'm ready to see what's out there. Cigarette?
No, thanks. I don't smoke.
Fair enough. Though you look like you need one more than me right now. You gonna tell me what's up, or do I have to start guessing?
I was told you wanted me as defense adjutant for the expedition.
Well, you seemed like the obvious choice.
Actually, I didn't realize anyone had looked into my time with the CDF when we signed on to the expedition. I'm sorry, but I'm not a soldier anymore, and I'm happiest when it's just me and my crew. Don't get me wrong, we're glad to be on board, and we'll do our part, but I'm afraid I can't accept your offer.
I can understand that. It's not what I was expecting, but I appreciate your position. Don't suppose there's anything I can do to persuade you. There's nobody else on the expedition who has your experience.
Sorry. I hate to have to turn you down like this, but I've worked for a long time to put that part of my life behind me.
Say no more. I'll assign the position to Admiral Redfield of the Shabayev. But come talk to me after the jump if you change your mind. I'm happy to keep the job open for you. Either way, I'm glad you're coming with us.
Thank you.
Now that the Avalon is here, I better check over my speech. The fleet makes the jump in 4 hours? But you should give me a call when we're settled on the other side. We can grab some drinks.
Yeah. Sure. Elizabeth. Best of luck.
To us all. The coming voyage is born from desperation and common suffering. But it is also born from unity, from companionship. Famine and strife have held our worlds in their grip for a long time, and their influence has inspired much violence and brutality. But in more recent years, that influence has brought us together. And now, through our common effort, we have the means to escape the confines of Tantalus and reach out across the void for salvation. Though we embark on this mission to preserve our species, we must not allow ourselves to ignore the grand opportunity before us. Humans, by their very nature, are explorers, both through exploration of the self and through exploration of the universe. And we have a long journey ahead of us. Across these coming months, we will live and work in places no human has ever seen. And though we may stumble and make mistakes, we will push on together. We will further the cause of space exploration farther than it has ever reached. And when our task is done, we will build a common future for humanity.
Everybody okay?
I'm good. Croft screwed his arm to shit, but he'll be alright.
I'll take your word for it.
Any idea where we are?
Looks like we're on the bridge.
You're hilarious.
Instruments are rebooting. No sensors just yet. Looks like some kind of ice belt. Okay, we've got a partial sensor image, but it looks like there's pretty much nothing but ice for a million clicks in any direction.
I take it we reached the nebula. Oh.
Looks like it. Our travel distance is pretty much what we expected, and local radiation's consistent with long-range scans of the nebula's perimeter.
Question is, where's the rest of the fleet? Could there have been some kind of malfunction with the gate?
Possibly, but we knew there would be a degree of inaccuracy in the jump coordinates. It seems like the only thing we can do is scout beyond our current sensor range and see if we can find the Avalon or anyone else from the fleet.
What do we know about this ice belt?
That's the strange part. Scopes are still taking images, but from what's come in so far, it looks like the belt is huge, stretching across multiple solar systems and the space between. It's at least 8 light years in radius. It shouldn't be possible.
Sounds like we've got a lot of ground to cover. Let's get going.
The only place you're going for the next few hours is the med lab.
She's right. You should get some rest. Meds and I can handle things for a while. We'll keep you posted.
Alright, nobody mess with the seat, because I have it exactly the way I like it. Neds, listen, I gotta get out of this bed. I'm going nuts in here, not knowing what's going on.
You're not missing much. Mostly it's just a whole lot of ice out there. Let me have a look at that. Looks like the regenerator is doing its job. Go on, and get up. Drink lots of water, and don't operate any heavy machinery.
What, like, say, a spaceship?
Is that a ration bar? What happened to no food on the consoles?
Captain's prerogative.
Any luck with the scopes?
Afraid not. We're pretty much flying blind out here. It's difficult to...
What is it?
I think we've got something. Metallic object, 18 kilometers off the port bow.
A ship?
Could be. The signal's patchy. Seems like it's partially merged with that ice fragment. I'm taking us in for a closer look.
Whoa.
That's a Union ship. Florencia class.
Mariana. She jumped with us and the rest of the fleet.
Looks like it's embedded in the ice.
If there's anyone alive in there, they might know where the rest of the fleet is.
Wait. I'm picking up another ship in the Mariana's shadow.
It must be one of ours, right? Or a clump of loose debris.
We're in range. Meds, open a channel to them.
Holy shit!
Croft, kill the engines. Bring us to silent running now.
Done. She's running cold. What the hell is that?
My thoughts exactly.
Are those sails?
The Mariana is hailing them.
Put it on speakers.
This is Frontier Union Warship Mariana. We are engaging our linguistics analysis programs. Identify yourself, or we will open fire.
Olvidare, nomine imperialis, tesari metra celestiamente.
Our translation system is struggling to adapt to your language. We have crossed the void to reach this place from a star cluster named Tantalus. Are you receiving me?
Shit! I'm taking us in. Heat her up, Croft.
Righto, Skip.
Cass, this is suicide. We have to get out of here.
I'm not leaving these people to die.
They see us. Incoming fire.
Lancing hit, Skip. Superficial damage.
Croft, get back to the med lab. We've got this.
I'm all right, Skip.
Med lab, now! That's an order.
Right.
Look for anything resembling a communications array.
What? Why?
Getting out of here won't matter if that thing reports our location.
Aft quarter dorsal hole. Looks like some kind of array, but this design is totally different from any—
Lock on torpedoes.
Ready.
Fire!
Direct hit.
I'm bringing us around. Load 4 more torpedoes and open a channel to the Mariana.
Channel open.
Mariana, this is the Guinevere. What's your status?
Good to see you, Guinevere. We struck the ice when the gate dropped us here. Most of our systems are trashed, but we've managed to get our drift drive back online. We're trying to pull ourselves clear.
Tell your people to brace for impact. I'm gonna try and cut you loose.
Roger that, Guinevere.
This is insane. There's no way we can get them out of here.
Target 4 shots around the edge of their hull. Watch for blast damage. Fire!
That's done it, Guinevere. We're free.
On my 6, Mariana. Full burn.
We're underway.
Stay tight. We're almost clear.
I'm reading an energy spike from that ship. It looks like they're about to—
Mariana, take evasive action!
Oh, God.
You've been listening to The Sojourn, Season 1, Episode 1, The Cold Divide. Written by Daniel Orrett, produced by Callum Wayman. Creative consultation by Alistair McCabe and Larissa Thompson. Scientific consultation by Gabriel Fonseca. Sound design and audio editing by Kennedy Phillips, with additional voices by Hayden Emmett Bird, Austin Light, Stephen Trafford, and Justin H. Eckarts-Ladder. Music by Sam Redfern, including a rearrangement of Wilderness by Taylor Davis, which is used with the given permission of Taylor Davis representatives. Continue listening for the next episode.